What's good, YouTube and TikTok and shit? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me put my thing on. Do not disturb. Yeah. Anyway, my fault, y'all. What's good, YouTube and TikTok? It's your boy Willie Wade. Back with another sports content video of the NBA. And the sports content video of the NBA, we're gonna be talking about what DLO said about the Timberwolves on the Backyard podcast. I think that's his podcast. Let me know who it is in the comments. You know, 'cause I think it is his, but I don't know. I'll check later on. But anyway, so D'Lo was talking about what's missing from the Timberwolves. He said when I watch their team, I'm like, you know who they need? Cat. And then I'm like, yo, they need me. So D'Lo when he's playing good basketball, he is a good point guard. I'm not gonna deny it. D'Lo had D'Lo has flashes of being a great point guard and flashes of being just a good point guard. But the thing with D'Lo, he's the definition of a hit or miss, in my opinion, because D'Lo is one of the most inefficient players I ever seen in my life. Like he could go from 25 and like 8 to like 10 and 6. Like I don't understand D'Lo mindset sometimes. I feel like he be playing in his own head too much, cause like when you saw D'Lo from where he got drafted to now, like you saw the talent there. The talent was there. It's just he just couldn't put it together, you know. And when he was talking about how the Timberwolves needed him, they had him in 2021 into 2022, and I think they traded him like in 2023, I think. But in my opinion, I feel like what the main team he was like kind of reliable on was that Lakers team in 2023 when they almost made the finals. He had a solid playoffs around that time. Even though it wasn't good, but it was solid. He had respectable efficiency in those playoffs. But 2019, that was the best D'Lo, obviously. But I know Philly was gonna beat them regardless. But D'Lo was inefficient in that playoffs series. But they wasn't gonna win regardless. So I guess I ain't gonna hold them for that. But so when he was on the Timberwolves, right? I'm gonna get to Cat later. When he was on the Timberwolves, right? You know, they were young. And was like in his second year, and he was a rookie the first time. When D'Lo was there, but when they made the playoffs, by beating the Clippers in the play-in, when they had Pat Bev, Vando, Cat, you know, they had all those young pieces. You know what I'm saying? D'Lo underperformed like horribly against the Grizzlies. Let's go to his numbers. So, you look at this second seed Grizzlies team, Desmond Bain, Ja, Dylan Brooks, Brandon Clark, Jaren Jackson, Tyus Jones, Kyle Anderson, Zaire Williams, Tillman, D'Anthony Melton, Steven Adams. You look at this team like, yo, this is one thing about the Grizzlies, they're going to always find a good team. That's one thing about the Grizzlies. They're always going to find great pieces. That's one thing about the Grizzlies. When they subtract, they always add. But anyway, right? So you look at the Timberwolves team, they look young and promising. They're not the best. They're not gonna be like a great team yet. And in his second year, Cat, he's reaching his peak. D'Lo's still trying to like figure out his footing. Pat Bev, JD was a rookie, Malik Beasley, this team was respectably solid. But at best they was good because they beat a lot of good teams. But let's look at D'Lo numbers. He shot 33 from the field goal, 39 from the three. 39 for three is solid, 75 from the free throw for a point guard is not good in my opinion, While D'Lo is technically a respectable shooter. He had 12 points per game, 2 rebounds. I don't expect D'Lo to get rebounds, but I'm just saying it. And 7 assists and 1.5 steals. So you look at these numbers like, yo, you said the Timberwolves needed you, and you do this in the playoffs. And I'm not gonna lie, in my opinion, I'm not saying this just because I'm an Anthony Edwards fan. I genuinely felt like the Grizzlies was not supposed to win that series because the Timberwolves had so many good leads, and they kept losing the lead. Like that showed experience, but still, like the leads they had, like dang. But D'Lo was playing so bad. Jordan McLaughlin was playing down the stretch. That's how bad D'Lo was playing. Like, in my opinion, yeah, the Timberwolves, they don't need you though, bro. Like I know Mike Conley old, but Mike Conley is more respectable than you, bro. Like Mike Conley know his role. I feel like D'Lo never know his role when he's on a different team. I feel like that's his problem. And D'Lo, like, yeah, that's just how I feel with D'Lo. Like, I understand what he's saying. He could help teams, but like, they're not gonna go nowhere, bro. They're not. So let's get to Cat. Okay. So he said, yeah, they need Cat. I agree. When Cat was the perfect guy next to Ant when Ant couldn't get it going. Cause Ant and Cat, like, when Ant wasn't really doing nothing, when Ant couldn't do nothing, Cat would always help him. And their chemistry was so perfect. And Cat was the perfect second option. And I see why the Timberwolves traded for Gobert, even though I still believe they shouldn't have done that. I see why I see why they got Gobert for Cat, because Cat as center on defense is atrocious. Like, it's not good at all. Like, I know y'all been seeing how Cat been playing defense with the Knicks. When people see Cat, they get excited. It was like, yo, yeah, we're gonna score on him every time. And sometimes Cat have his moments when he's inefficient, he's playing soft, but Cat is mainly usually efficient outside of D'Lo. Like, Cat is usually efficient. I mean, he's a center, he should be efficient, but some centers act like they can't be efficient. Cat is one of the most efficient players, like, in the league every year. So yeah, that's how I feel about this take. How you feel about D'Lo take on this podcast?